All right, Imagine from John Lennon. Check this out. Imagine everyone being good to each other, right? Not because they're afraid what'll happen if they're not good to each other, right? Or they're going to be offered some reward in the end because they are good to each other, but just from the feeling that, we're all in this together, So, let's be good to each other. Or imagine that the things that divide us all and separate us are all wiped out, right? No borders of countries, and we know that we're all the same thing. We're all the same people and together, in a brotherhood or sisterhood of man. Imagine that. And everyone just being good to each other just for those simple reasons, right? It's hard to do, but it's fantastic. I can imagine that. You may think I'm crazy, but I'm not the only one imagining that. I'm not. Anyway, enough of the old tirade. Let's get into this beautiful, beautiful, maybe one of the most beautiful songs ever. And you are going to play it on the bass, and it's going to be amazing. And it's very simple, very, very beautiful bass line. So I hope you enjoy it. Let's roll right into it, yo. Okay, so what are those bass videos all about down when you click on the YouTube text box right there? Well, bass playing is kind of a time of discovery, It's like an adventure. You're learning new stuff all the time. You're increasing your chops. You're getting better, right? So we need to practice bass. And when we're practicing, and learning all these different techniques, like through these videos, why not make it fun, right? I mean, that's great. If you can actually get better on the bass, and learn all these different songs or techniques or whatever, and, and have fun doing it instead of just doing it through, repetitious, study, then that's a fantastic thing. Then that's fun. You're doing it through something that you love. You're doing it through music. And that makes it just so much easier to do and so much better. So don't forget, click on the clicker box right down there in the YouTube text box. I think it's really going to help you out. All right, so when the bass comes in, it's imagine all the people living for today. Imagine that, not because of what's going to happen later. Fantastic idea. I tend to jazz this up when I play it. But if you want to play it as it is in the recording, the studio recording, just a simple, beautiful descending bass line, right? You're going to start on that 3rd fret right here of the D string. It's in standard tuning. 2nd fret, and then open. This is all on the D string. Go to that 3rd fret of the A string, and then the 3rd fret of the E string. So far, I'll go slow. What I'm doing there is, right at the end, where his voice is going higher, I'm going from that 3rd fret of the E string, you got that G right there, and you're going up to the 15th fret, which is the octave. So if you see this G string, this G note on the 3rd fret of the E string right here has a dot, right? My dot's on the side right there. I don't know if you can see that. Most people have a dot right there. And most people wish I had a dot right there, so it'd be easier to follow. But so because there's a dot there, 1st dot, right? If you look past your 12th fret, the 12th fret I have a C for Cirrus right there. But if you look past that, where there's usually a double dot or some sort of insignia there, the 1st dot here will also be an octave, right? So down here, the 1st dot's a G, and up here, past the 12th fret, because it all starts over again there, that's a G, right? So what I do there is, and you're going to slide up to that 1st dot, or the 15th fret. And of course you could hit the higher octave here too, which that would be on the 17th fret of the D string. Yeah, right there. So when the verses come in, I think imagine there's no countries is what he first says. If you want to keep it real simple, you could just play that. 3rd fret of the A. And then you're on the 1st fret of the E. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just like that. And you can just hang on those two notes right there throughout all the verses. The part where he's singing, you may say I'm a dreamer. And what you're doing is you're on the 1st fret of the E string, then the 3rd fret, 3rd fret of the A, and then open E. So I do that slow. All right, John Lennon, Imagine. Fantastic song, really, really great theme. Very, very beautiful all the way around. Love it. Anyway, I am Finbar Bass. Don't forget, click on the link right down on the bottom there, the little YouTube text box to get those lessons if you haven't already. 3 lessons, beginner, intermediate, advanced lessons right there for you. Also, you could always subscribe to Finbar Bass and get a lot more of these song tutorials and all kinds of tutorials, really. There's theme music and movie music and all kinds of stuff on there. It always keeps playing your bass and practicing fun. You know, it's like there's so much stuff on there. There's like 230 or something like that. I always forget how many it is. But there's a lot of videos on there. So that means that you never get bored when you're playing. If you ever want to learn something weird or different, look at the list. I mean, like I said, there's not just, you know, you get bored playing songs all the time. Actually, believe it or not, there's so much music. But every once in a while you get bored, you want to play something different. So you want to play something from maybe a computer game. You know, you want the Halo theme or something like that. Or the, you know, the Pink Panther theme or Spider-Man or something like that, you know, or some kind of, you know, anime theme or whatever. Or maybe you want to play some saxophone music on your bass or a guitar part, whatever, it's on there. So anyway, check that out. If you subscribe, it's fantastic because you'll always know when the new videos are coming. And other than that, have fun with it, yo, as always.